Hello again, Reds. Welcome back. January is ticking away fast, and for Liverpool, this transfer window is starting to feel like a race against time. With less than 2 weeks left before the window slams shut, Arne and the club's recruitment team are under real pressure to act. The Reds are fighting to secure Champions League football, but right now, nothing feels safe, nothing feels settled, and nothing feels guaranteed. Liverpool have been stuck in fourth place for 5 straight weeks. On paper, that might look fine, but the reality is far more worrying. Just 5 points separate Liverpool from 11th placed Fulham. That tells you everything you need to know about how tight and unforgiving this season has become. One bad run, one injury crisis, or one wrong decision in the transfer market could easily push the Reds out of the top four altogether. The frustration was clear for everyone to see at Anfield last weekend. Liverpool's 1-1 draw with Burnley was not just another dropped 2 points. It was the 4th league draw in a row. The performance lacked energy, creativity, and confidence. At full time, the Anfield crowd let their feelings be known with loud boos. That reaction summed up the mood around the club right now: worried, impatient, and demanding change. A big part of Liverpool's problem this season has been the midfield. Last year, that engine room drove the Reds to the title. This season, it looks tired and out of rhythm. Alexis Mac Allister has not been able to hit the same levels, and Ryan Gravenberch's form has dipped badly. Together, they were supposed to be the heart of Slot's system, but right now, they look like shadows of their best selves. Because of that, it was no surprise to see Liverpool linked with midfield reinforcements. One of the strongest links was Wolves midfielder Joao Gomes. Wolves are struggling badly and look increasingly likely to be relegated, having managed just one league win all season. Gomes, a 24-year-old Brazil international, has been one of the few bright spots in that team, and his performances have attracted attention from several big clubs, including Manchester United. For Liverpool fans, the idea made sense. A strong, energetic midfielder who could add bite and balance to the middle of the park sounded exactly like what the team needs right now. But according to reports, Liverpool have decided to walk away from the deal. Wolves are said to be demanding around £40 million, and the Reds are simply not willing to pay that price. It is another reminder that Liverpool will not panic buy, even when the pressure is rising and results are not going their way. While senior reinforcements look unlikely this January, there is still movement behind the scenes. Liverpool have beaten Inter Milan to the signing of highly rated teenage defender Yan Diomande. The 17-year-old has been turning heads with his performances and is considered one of the most exciting young defenders around. However, fans should not expect to see him at Anfield anytime soon, as he will only make the move to England in the summer. Austria under-18s manager Hermann Stadler could not hide his pride when speaking about the youngster's progress. He praised Ndukwi's performances at the World Cup, highlighting his consistency and defensive quality. In 7 games, the team conceded just 2 goals, a record that speaks volumes about Ndukwi's impact at the back. According to Stadler, those performances played a big role in attracting interest from top clubs like Liverpool and Inter Milan. However, Stadler also admitted to having mixed feelings. While he is happy that Ndukwi has secured a move to one of the biggest clubs in the world, he would have preferred the teenager to stay in Austria a little longer to continue his development. Moving to a giant like Liverpool at such a young age is a huge step, and with that comes enormous pressure. Still, the deal shows that Liverpool remain committed to building for the future, even if the present feels uncertain. So where does that leave the Reds? Right now, Liverpool appear willing to be patient, even as fans grow more frustrated. Walking away from a £40 million deal and focusing on long-term talent instead of quick fixes sends a clear message about the club's strategy. The big question is whether that patience will pay off before the season slips away. One thing is certain: the next few weeks could define Liverpool's season. The race for the top 4 is fierce, the crowd is restless, and every decision is under the microscope. All eyes are now on Arne and the board to see whether they make a late move or stick firmly to their plan. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you won't miss anything. Hello again, Reds. Welcome back. Liverpool fans, Get comfortable, because this is a story that could matter a lot for the future of the club. A young talent is making serious waves in Europe, top clubs are watching closely, and once again, Jurgen Klopp's name is right in the middle of it. The player is Yan Diomande, and his rapid rise at RB Leipzig has turned plenty of heads, including those at Anfield. At just 19 years old, Diomande has gone from being a relatively unknown prospect to one of the most exciting young attackers in German football. He only joined RB Leipzig last summer from Spanish side Leganés, but it did not take long for him to announce himself. In 18 appearances so far, he has already delivered 7 goals and 4 assists. For a teenager adjusting to a new league, new language, and new expectations, those numbers are seriously impressive. But this story is not just about statistics. It is about style, mentality, and potential. Diomande is quick, confident, fearless, and always looking to make something happen. He takes defenders on, drives forward with purpose, and plays with the kind of energy that fits perfectly with the modern pressing game. These are exactly the traits Liverpool fans have grown used to seeing under Klopp over the years. His growing reputation did not stop at club football. Diomande also made a strong impression on the international stage during the Africa Cup of Nations. Playing for Ivory Coast, he started all but one of their matches, showing maturity well beyond his age. He even scored a vital goal in the last 16 victory over Burkina Faso, helping his country move deeper into the tournament. Although Ivory Coast were eventually knocked out by Egypt in the quarterfinals, led by Liverpool's own Mohamed Salah, Diomande left the competition with his reputation boosted even further. Now here is where things get really interesting for Liverpool supporters. Jurgen Klopp, the man who led Liverpool to Premier League and Champions League glory, now works as Red Bull's head of global soccer. In that role, he has influence across clubs like RB Leipzig, and he played a key part in Diomande's move to Germany. RB Leipzig sporting director Marcel Schäfer has openly spoken about how highly the club rated Diomande from the very beginning. According to Schäfer, Leipzig's recruitment team studied the data and immediately felt the player deserved close attention. They watched him on video, scouted him live, and quickly realized he perfectly matched what they were looking for. Leipzig's biggest advantage was timing. They moved early, before Diomande had even played 200 minutes of league football. They did not need endless meetings or long debates. The decision was clear. From their side, Diomande was a 100% match. Schäfer explained that competition for the player was already intense when Leipzig began negotiations with Leganés. The Spanish club made it clear that there was strong interest from elsewhere, and that Leipzig would need to pay a significant fee if they wanted him. Even so, Leipzig did not hesitate. They knew Diomande was their #1 target and were willing to pay more than many expected. What will really catch the attention of Liverpool fans is what happened next. Leipzig were not making this decision alone. Schäfer confirmed that they were in direct contact with Jurgen Klopp and former Germany international Mario Gomes. Klopp reviewed the data and video clips, just like he has done countless times throughout his career, and the verdict was unanimous. Everyone involved said the same thing: go, go, go. That reaction alone speaks volumes. Klopp has built his reputation on identifying players who not only have talent, but also the right mentality and work ethic. If he believes Diomande has the right profile, Liverpool fans have every reason to take notice. Liverpool are said to be among the clubs keeping a close eye on Diomande, and it is easy to understand why. He is young, explosive, adaptable, and still far from his peak. Whether a move happens soon or further down the line, this is exactly the kind of player Liverpool tend to track carefully. As Liverpool continue planning for the future, especially in attacking areas, names like Yan Diomande are ones to remember. A player trusted by Jurgen Klopp, thriving at RB Leipzig, and already proving himself on the international stage. This is not hype without substance. This is a talent backed by data, performances, and one of the most respected football minds in the game. Keep your eyes open, Reds. This story may only just be getting started. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you won't miss anything. Hello again, Reds. Welcome back. Liverpool are getting ready for what could be one of their biggest and boldest transfer windows in recent years, and the latest reports suggest the club is planning serious moves that could completely reshape the squad. After missing out on key defensive targets and watching rivals strengthen, the Reds are now said to be preparing a major bid for a Real Madrid star, with another elite defender also lined up next. Let's break it all down clearly and simply. Liverpool's recent transfer plans have not gone exactly as hoped. Last summer, the club agreed a £35 million deal for Crystal Palace defender Marc Guéhi, only for the move to collapse on deadline day. The plan then shifted to signing Guéhi for free this coming summer. However, that door has now slammed shut, as the England international is set to join Manchester City in a £20 million deal this January. Missing out on Guéhi has forced Liverpool to rethink their defensive strategy, and reports suggest they are now targeting a top-class alternative from Inter Milan. While the name has not been officially confirmed in this particular report, it fits a clear pattern. Liverpool want an elite, experienced defender who can immediately improve the back line and bring leadership to the squad. But the biggest headline from these reports is not in defense. It is in midfield. According to Spanish outlet Fichajes, Liverpool have now set their sights on Real Madrid midfielder Eduardo Camavinga and are preparing to launch a bid for him. The Reds reportedly see the French international as a perfect addition who could take their midfield to the next level. Camavinga is just 23 years old, yet he already has huge experience at the highest level. He has won major trophies, played in multiple positions, and proven himself in big matches for both club and country. Liverpool's owners, Fenway Sports Group, are said to believe he would bring energy, quality, and tactical flexibility, exactly what the current midfield is missing. The timing of this interest is very important. Real Madrid recently sacked Xabi Alonso, and that decision has created uncertainty around several players. While Camavinga is highly rated, his role at Madrid has not always been consistent, and Liverpool reportedly sensed this is the perfect moment to test Madrid's resolve. The report claims that Real Madrid would consider selling Camavinga if they receive an offer between €70 million and €80 million, roughly £61 to £69 million, during the January transfer window. That is a huge fee, but Liverpool are believed to be willing to spend big if the right player becomes available. Now, it is important to stay balanced. Fichajes is not considered one of the most reliable sources in Spain. However, this story did not come from nowhere. On December 31st, respected transfer insider Graham Bailey confirmed that Liverpool are long-term admirers of Camavinga. The interest is real, even if the exact timing and price remain unclear. At the moment, Camavinga is not actively pushing to leave Real Madrid. He is settled, ambitious, and still believes he can play a major role at the club. However, reports also claim that Real Madrid president Florentino Perez is open to selling several players to refresh the squad, and Camavinga is reportedly one of 4 names on that list. That is where Liverpool's opportunity lies. If Madrid decide to cash in, and if Liverpool make a strong and convincing offer, the decision may not fully rest with the player. Big clubs often make tough choices, especially when large fees are involved. If Liverpool were to land Camavinga and also bring in a top Inter Milan defender, it would signal serious intent. It would not just be about squad depth. It would be about transforming the team, fixing weaknesses, and sending a message to the rest of Europe that Liverpool are ready to compete at the very top again. Nothing is guaranteed yet. These are still developing stories, and much depends on negotiations, timing, and Madrid's final stance. But one thing is clear, Liverpool are not standing still. The club is planning, watching, and preparing to strike when the right moment arrives. And Reds, this transfer window could be one you remember for a long time. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you won't miss anything.